All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodash. And we say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodash. And we give double honors to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostles elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushai. 2024, which is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Lord willing, this be the year. This is going to be a quick lesson, not going into the subject with, I call it the Stockholm Syndrome Doctrine, all right, or the Stockholm Doctrine, something like that. But just listening to Jake, watch the Apostle video concerning this Hassad situation, talking about Esau is going to come back into power, and that's a spirit. Nate was pushing that same type of doctrine, which that's just a form of Stockholm syndrome, because what it is now is that Jake understands this knowledge and this truth, but what does it say? The truth is stranger than fiction. To really have faith in this thing is to know that, guess what, there is a kingdom coming, and sometimes it's hard to, it's hard to pull water out of a rock if you have those that have been generationally beaten down and abused. That's why the scriptures say you must put on a new man. And that new man is attitude, and not just unlearning the things that were taught to you in church and by way of these different doctrines. It's also unlearning the mentality that came with that. Because what was Yahushai's main thing when he healed people? He said, thy faith has made thee whole. All right. Having strong faith, that's one thing that really made Yahushai happy or pleased, was faith. Having just like the centurion that showed that great faith of saying that he didn't even have to go into the house. So that great faith showed a belief, and having a transformation of mind is a part of this truth. And that's why certain things like this come up, so we can look into it and with a spiritual eye and really, assess it. So to tell others and to warn others about the same situation. Like if you come in this truth, put on a new man totally, as in belief and having the doctrine in your mind, and then that's why you must have teachers that are going to teach you this truth the right way. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Cover this back up. Like I said, it's very important to have teachers that teach you the right way, because once you have a right roadmap, because the Bible is the roadmap to salvation. Okay, because if you follow it, here lies in the keys to salvation. But first thing, you have to be a part of the elect. And when the Most High wakes up and breathes into you that breath of life, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all right, which the apostles have brought out, going into the pineal gland, and having that pineal gland is an eternal thing that you have to decalcify. You have to get you have to get those things that are those fluoride. Majority is one thing that calcifies it, but also having that deficiencies. Those also excels it. Okay, it makes it go faster once you put more of those toxins. And Esau knows what he was doing when he did that. The food that we eat, he's doing it for a purpose. He knows what it's really attacking. All right, the pineal gland. But let's jump into this definition. Let's see right here. They have a flyer. This is says a flyer. It says signs of Stockholm syndrome. And then we're going to read the article too. Let me see if there's some other ones here. Okay, so it says feeling emotionally connected to the abuser. Okay, feeling emotionally connected to the abuser. And that's why, and this right here will apply more majority to Jake in the church. Jake that's out here having that mentality of trusting in what Esau gave to us. Because if you look at the history, how did we get the Christianity we have today? The Christianity we have today was given to us when we came in slavery. That's what you understand. You got to go way back. If you know that you've been poisoned for years, you're going to have to look what you've been eating. Okay, we've been eating the bread of adversity and slavery for generations. So you got to go back to the finite. Where were you before? You came in on them slave ships, and then go to that. You don't take anything that the slave master gave to you, because he gave it to you to benefit his own purpose and his own plans. That's why you have a doctrine or a religion that teaches you to be a what? A good slave, a forgiving slave, when the Bible doesn't teach that. All inclusive. That's the same doctrine that vocab is pushing, that, oh, the Lord is coming for everybody and this, and forgive and peace. It's not like that. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Why is that there? He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. It says, if you steal a man and he be found in your hands, you shall surely be put to death. So you can't just be stealing men out here. And this happened for hundreds of years. They made money off of it. America's foundation stones is in slavery and witchcraft. Everything on the left-hand side. But you don't have these guys that'll go after that, though. They'll leave that thing they'll leave it packed up. Okay, but the next thing is feeling pity for the abuser. Okay, and having that mentality of, oh, Esau is going to come back in a power. How? The same thing the apostle said of oppression. I think he said we're done with oppression or sick of oppression, one of those titles. But this lesson stems from that. We've been oppressed long enough. Aren't we tired? Aren't you tired of being oppressed? We used to say you tired of being sick and tired, man. The only way is to get out of here is through what? The prophecies and the judgment of Edomites, of these Edomites that are ruling right now. Okay? Babylon, the shining star, is going to be taken out, which is the military branch of things. And then the kingdom is going to be ushered in, and the earth is going to go through a rehabilitation. Look that word up, man. Okay? So it's going to go through a real rehabilitation, and the rightful rulers and managers are going to be placed on the scene. That's having pity for Esau to say, okay, well, he's going to be totally destroyed. Babylon's going to be showed as a sign to the earth, but then turn around that Esau is going to have some kind of way to get back. No, this spiritual power is going to be in effect. There's going to be angelical. If Esau couldn't beat the angels and beat the Lord or get close in the time of their power, how would they do it coming up from the ranks and having a makeshift so-called army and weapons to go ahead and try to go against the spiritually endowed Israelites, man, that aren't sinning, that aren't going off? The only way our enemies could take us is if we sin. Okay, if you read the scriptures, it'll tell you that if the Most High be with us, who can be against us, man? Who can? That scripture cuts everything right there, man. Who can be against us? The Most High is with us and makes us perfect. How are we gonna go and be taken over again and that'd be if the Most High was with whoever's taking us over? Okay, and it says sharing the abuser's values. See, some of these, and this is going to a lot of these, like it says, jakes that's in the church. Okay, and then they're coming against us. The guys that go with vocab, they have Stockholm syndrome, man. They sharing the abuser's values. Here we go, telling these jakes that you were God's chosen people, that you're being punished for your sins, and then you have a reconciliation through the blood of Yahushua, which the world ignorantly calls the J word, man. Which J is not is a youngest letter in the alphabet. Okay. So you do your research on that, man, because we keep telling you these things and bringing the information out, because J is an extension of the I. Okay. So you can't sit here and tell us that that's the name of the Lord. It can't be. Okay. But you got these slave masters that have taught that name, pushed that name. So if you're using that name, you're sharing your abuser's values, because he puts value on that name. That name didn't have no value until Esau bigged it up, man. Okay. So next one is believing in the abuser's humanity. Okay. So you got a lot of these jakes that think, especially with vocab, that, oh, he's just, he's pushing the word. He's kicking his thing, but he's not knowing that he's set up. Everybody that jumps with vocab, you're not realizing that he's set up as a agent. He's set up as a stumbling block against this thing. All right, spiritually on the left and the right hand side, because the Lord controls both sides. So Esau said as a stumbling, or Esau, vocab is said as a stumbling block, of a offense that must come, because all it does is make us be better in the scriptures. But then going back to these jakes that are in the truth and didn't know this thing, and adding to the scripture saying that Gog is going to come back and put in power. That's not going to happen, man. This is the last hurrah of any time that we're going to have to. He's going to wipe away all tears. If that means they'd have to take us over and not kill any of us. They just took us over and overpowered us. No, they're going to try to put us to death. That's what happens when another nation takes over another nation. So that would bring tears and that would bring sorrow. It's not going to happen, okay? It says responding to the abuser's kindness. See? Responding to the abuser's kindness. And that's what 501c3 is. That's what the bag. It says, though he come crouching, take good heed of him. As rust, his wicked is not altogether wiped away, man. Okay? I'm paraphrasing, and that's out of the Apocrypha, but you can see that a lot of jakes are abusing themselves mentally with this devil still. Okay? Taking the kindness of Esau in different ways, man. Okay? It says refusing to escape the hostile situation. Now, this is the banger right here. This is the main one I wanted to go into. Refusing to escape the hostile situation. And that's what you see taking place, right? With that Stockholm doctrine, man. Okay? You don't want to get out of your... We're going to go through all of this. Highways and byways. The truth being replenished. The prophets being sent out. All of this great labor. Because if you looked at this truth, you would see the labor in it. The Most High is tending to it. All the pieces that have been moved around. Brothers that have been linked up. All the camps that are coming together. Okay, the research that's been put into the certain things, all this stuff, all the work that we're doing, but then all of a sudden we're gonna go right back into the hostile situation and have to require more salvation. There's no salvation this is gonna be a perpetual salvation. It means it's gonna refresh itself, just like you have perpetual energy. Okay, that's why a lot of these Edomite scientists and some of them are shit. A lot of them are jakes that are coming up with these alternative energies, man. Clean energy. And what is a lot of these energies? They're perpetual. So that's showing you, just like if you can have a perpetual machine, what makes you think you're not going to be able to have a perpetual body, man? And everything that makes those machines is the body the human body is made out of, man. It's just an extension of the human body if you break it down. Okay? And it says, so that's the main point on that. So Stockholm Syndrome, you can read the rest of these. Psalms 37 in verse 10. And this is a cold cut right here, man. Cold cut. No mayonnaise on this one. Okay. And it says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. And when we know the wicked, man? How do we know the wicked? How do we know the wicked? All right, if you read the scriptures, you read Malachi, you read Obadiah, you read through Jeremiah, okay, you see where the lamb at, Jeremiah 50. All these things that are pointing at a certain place and a certain people that are going to be ruling in that time, and they're going to be standing in that position. It says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place. What does that mean? You're gonna look where Esau's establishment's at. Power seat is at. There won't be a power seat. There's only going to be one throne on the planet Earth. That's why Daniel seen the rock of Yahushai, that stone which represented Yahushai, coming down and breaking the feet in the miry clay in pieces. And then it was growing on the earth. It was growing itself, magnifying itself until it took over the whole earth. It says, yea, it says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. See? Abundance of peace. Not a piece of peace. Not a piece of peace. Abundance. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. So all these things that apply, and if the Lord sees it now, He's not going to see it in the kingdom of heaven and not going to put an end to it. See, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be his upright conversation. See? So the time we living in now is the judgment of these Edomites. There's no coming back and they raising back up and here we go. We gotta battle the wicked again. No, it's over with. Isaiah 2:4. And he says, he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. Not even the nations are going to fight each other. So who do you think is going to fight us? And you think Esau is going to fight the what does it say? The new kid on the block, the powerhouse, okay? The new hammer of the earth. Neither shall they learn war anymore. That means no more. That means there ain't no more war. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we've been given. We've been given the prequel now. Okay, when the kingdom is set up, that's going to be the full gusto. Okay, therefore thou shalt forsake. It says, therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob. See, this is all through here. This is cutting these guys saying that, the Lord loves. No, he said in the house of Jacob. He's rekindling a flame that was already lit, was blown out by the Heavenly Father. Now it's being relit and being used, being put on a candlestick. Because they be replenished from the east and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. See, we went off. That's why we left the land. That's why we were given that bill of divorce, because we played the harlot, man. That's another sit down I'm trying to, Lord willing, do. This is Psalms 46 and verse 9. It says, he maketh wars to cease upon the, and let me read it slow, excited, so excited. It says, he maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire, because that's gonna be the first for the year. That years the weapons will be burnt, man. It says, but still, and not. It says, be still and know that I am Yahweh. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Call halal, man. Okay, the Lord of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge. Salah. Okay, so there ain't gonna be nobody to come against this truth, come against the word, and come against the nation anymore. This is the last hurrah for these nations to do what they're doing, man. This is the last precept. This is Psalms 72 and verse 7. In his days shall the righteous flourish in abundance of peace, so long as the moon endureth. So is the moon around, guess what? That means our peace will be enduring in the kingdom. There ain't gonna be no days that when the moon start coming up, then you can consider if there's gonna be an end to Israel. But if the moon start coming up, everything else is gonna be done also, because the moon plays an important role in the Earth's rotation. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to bring that out, and let's go down to verse 8 real quick. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from river unto the ends of the earth. See, that's the blessing. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. Come on, champ. Okay. So ain't gonna be no coming back up against and battling and taking Jake down, man. That's Stockholm syndrome. We trying to tell Jake they're gonna rule forever, but they still trying to slide Esau in there some way. But hey, that it happens. And Jake don't know. And the person that has Stockholm syndrome does not realize they having it and showing those signs. Okay, because it's a delusional type of thing. So you can't blame and say, okay, well, damn, this is it. No, it's just you could be suffering from it. You don't even know it. Okay, but the time we at now is judgment's coming and salvation's on its way to the elect. All right, the 144,000 and the 130, Yashar Allah. And with that, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Say, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Shalom, Akim, keep faith. We almost home. Shalom.